Welcome to Tough Talk with Teachers.
Real teachers that are in the trenches every day sharing authentic struggles, successes, and you can't make this up type of stories.
Edu-earners that talk the talk and walk the walk.
Welcome back to another episode of Tough Talk with Teachers. Today we're going to talk about possible new tools to use in the classroom. Some of these might be tools that you're familiar with, and some might be tools you're not familiar with.
And there's a big conference going on this week in St. Louis, the Midwest EdTech Community Conference, METC. And so we're going to talk about some tech-related stuff, and hopefully you might learn something new and something to use in your classroom or with your students.
So first, we're going to talk about GoNoodle. I'm sure a lot of you have probably heard of it or actually know what it is.
Or listen to our previous episode all about GoNoodle.
Yeah. GoNoodle is, they call them brain energizers. So these are mini videos of kids being able to learn through movement and songs. And they're just excellent. Like, they have patterns. They even go up to older kids. They have lesson plans. GoNoodle has quite a lot, and it definitely gets kids up and moving in the classroom.
And it's different from brain breaks. And I know we talked about this on on the episode where we, hashed it out about GoNoodle, but it's not a brain break because your brain never actually takes a break, but it's actually working to get that brain, functioning in different aspects than just sitting at a desk doing some work. And it's activating different centers and both sides of the brain at once.
Right. There's a lot of cross-body movement and just, and like you said, it's not a break for your brain. It's energizing that brain to possibly think different. It's kind of like whole brain learning a little bit. For
sure. And that's something that's really, up and coming, or, making its rounds through education again, and just, making sure that our students are, using all those different aspects, and that they're not just sitting at a desk all day long. Let's get our kids up and moving no matter what age they are.
Exactly. And there's two different parts of GoNoodle. So there's just regular GoNoodle, and it has a ton of different learning videos and activities. And then there's GoNoodle Plus, which has just a little bit extra.
All right. Well, that's a lot about GoNoodle, but if you want to learn a little bit more about that, check out our previous episode from a month or two ago. Our next tech tool that we're going to talk about is Wakelet. Now, Wakelet is kind of like a Pinterest, but different. It's one of these websites that you can use with your students. You can use it for your own resources. And it's really the new up and coming thing. Within the last, I would say 9 months, it has just skyrocketed. It's everywhere in education. And it's at all these conferences that I've been at, everyone's talking about it. And so basically it's kind of cool. So you can bookmark anything that you find on the web. So it can be a video, a picture, a tweet, whatever is important, and then you can organize it in ways that are engaging and meaningful. So if you want something on lessons for science, you can put all your stuff in there. Or if you wanted to create a playlist of podcasts and YouTube videos, even though they're from different websites, a YouTube video from here, or there's, something on a video that somebody posted on Instagram or whatever, you can put those all in the same folder or whatever. And then, you can share that with people. You can share it with students, or you can just have it for your own use. So that's really cool that you can collaborate, you can share, you can have other people putting stuff on there. And there's so many different aspects that you can use it with your kids. They can create portfolios, and for the littles, they could take pictures of their work and upload it. Kind of like Seesaw, they could do that kind of component to it. All the way up to your older kids, they could create newsletters for a project, or do digital storytelling, that gets them engaged, that they're finding different resources across the internet. And then You can use this also for professional development. I know I'm in like a tech consortium in Southeast Missouri, and so like we've talked about at our last meeting, like creating a Wakelet and then everybody dragging and dropping their different resources under different topics like newsletters and tech tools for the classroom and this and that. And so that's kind of like a really cool thing and something like I really want to get more experience in and like dive into it deeper. So that one's super cool. And I know you were super pumped about Merge Cube. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, Merge Cube is a form of augmented reality. It is just seriously this foam cube, and there are apps you can download.
And the cubes are like super cheap, aren't they? You can get like one for like $10.
Well, I don't think so anymore because they're starting to blow up a little bit. So I think cubes are around $20 to $25 now. But yeah, you could, before they blew up, get one for, basically it is holding like, I would think a hologram in your hand. So through an iPad or your phone, there's these apps you can download. One was, for example, the solar system. So I could take my phone and point it at this cube. And on my screen, the cube would turn into the solar system. So you would see the sun in the middle and then the planets rotating around the sun. And then on my phone, I could tap the different planets and learn information about each one of those. There are games you can play on this, but right now their big thing, I was at ISTE that they've come out with is it's Merge EDU. So they have a full lesson plans now, life science, earth science, physical science, art, engineering, mathematics. Now that is not free, but you can check it out at Merge. That's MERGE.edu.com. And just check out and see what they have. They've got videos to show you exactly what it looks like in your hand. I know I've shown it to my kids in my class and they absolutely go crazy over it because they just can't believe it that they'll look at the phone and they'll like look back and make sure that they're not actually holding the sun in their hand. So it is really cool. And like I said, they've come out with their own learning platform for teaching. Some of the free apps, though, you can just use within your classroom just to engage your kids about those topics. I know there was one on the planets. There was a free one on the body.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that at ISTE, and I was thinking about using that for my health class. That'd be super cool.
And then there's some others that are like a game. One is like a box, and then it's literally a box, and you flip it, and then it'll turn into different things. It's just amazing.
Yeah, AR is such a fascinating thing that like there's continuing just to be, it's just growing, and there's, more people are adding content, and there's so much, like so endless possibilities with AR, and I'm just excited to see where that takes us and where it can take our students in the classroom.
Yeah, and along with this, you can, I've seen videos. I haven't actually created anything, but you can create your own augmented reality object, and it will appear on this cube through your phone.
Oh, that's
don't have how to do that. I haven't
project for students.
Yeah, I haven't got that far, but I believe the information is on the website on how to do that.
Oh, that's so cool. Well, along with creating things, another thing that I had someone show me in the last week that I have like just explored and spending all of my time doing is on iPads and iPhones is the iOS shortcuts. They released it a couple updates ago, and it's making shortcuts, making things easier. So like I have I just swipe over and on my widgets, like I can click one button and it will automatically order my favorite drink at Starbucks and have it ready for me, and I can just run in and pick it up, and I don't have to go through the app to click it and add it to the cart and then check out and do all those extra steps. Like it's one click, I'm done. And so, that's nice for in the mornings, of course, but there's like educational implications too. Like this is like for us older people, this is, like adults, it's teaching us like basic coding, because that's what you're doing. You can create shortcuts that are like good morning, and like when you do certain things or you click the button, it will tell you the weather and how long your commute's going to be if you live in a traffic infested area, and all different things like that. Like, it's, the possibilities are almost endless, and I'm really excited to see, like, as more apps add in like their shortcuts that are the ability to do shortcuts with them, and like you can change your thermostat and things like that with just a shortcut, and you can say like, hey Siri, blah blah blah, or hey Siri, order a coffee, and it will order it for you. And so then you could have even your students create shortcuts. We'll tell them like, hey, I want you to use this app, but find the quickest way for me to do this, or create a way for the iPad to do X, Y, and Z, and different things like that. And they won't even realize they're coding. They're just just putting things together, which would be super cool.
That is amazing. I did not know that you were able to do all those things from the shortcuts.
Oh my gosh, you totally have to play with it, because I saw the download, because it automatically downloaded the shortcut app on my phone. I was like, nobody's got time for this. But like, it's so much automation that you can do, and you can link it with your home, or you can just create all these personal things. You can create like meeting notes, or like if you want to read at a certain time, or have it play, like say, like in kindergarten you have nap time. Well, you could say like, hey Siri, play lullabies, and then it would play like your lullaby songs while the kids are taking naps. And like, you could have the kids command Siri to do these different things. So there's all sorts of things, and they like even list like a bunch of basic ones that you can like get started with, which is really cool. I don't know, it's just something to like play around with, just have fun with it, and use that brain while you're doing it. Enough with shortcuts, but I could talk about those all day because I'm obsessed. But I think the final tool that we're going to talk about is RealWorldMath, and I had another coworker show this to me this week, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I was a math teacher. I've got to figure out how to use this website. And it's just realworldmath.org. And they have all sorts of stuff. It's free for anybody, like teachers, and they give you the full lessons and everything. And there's videos and different things, but project-based learning, measurement, they're adding stuff to their website pretty often. But basically what they're doing is using Google Earth to create meaningful lessons for students. And so like there's one on measurement, and like it has like crop circles and finding area circumference, perimeter of like different plots of land, or like farmland, and the crop circles and stuff like that. And so there's like over 30 activities on there, and it uses Google Earth and SketchUp. And so like you can use these lessons, and it's just like a lot of problem solving, and it's making this math meaningful to these kids instead of just constant problems on worksheets, which is good for repetition and whatnot, but like you got to make the math real. You got to make it want to stick in their brain. And so this website's typically for like grades 4 and up. But there's a lot of overlap that you can use in different classes as well. So you're doing a lot of active learning and project-based, and some of these project-based activities, could be a day, and some of them could be, weeks, because you're actively trying to figure out solutions to real-world problems, and you're using all these higher-level thinking skills. So it's definitely something, if you're in the math or maybe even science realm, definitely check it out.
Yeah, how amazing is that? We always talk about real world implications, and now you can easily do that.
Well, that is all we have for today. I hope you enjoyed these 5 tech tools to get you started off in 2020. Check us out if you are METC this week. We will be there and handing out some stickers for you. If not, check us out back next time.
Here at Tough Talk with Teachers,
We know teaching is tough, but so are you.